All right, Troy and Kansas State next up on our games list here. 16.5-point home favorites. Kansas State 50.5 being the total here in this one. Very interesting to see what we get from both Kansas State and Troy this year. Troy last year, excellent defense, really, really labored to put points on the board at times. We'll see if things change this year. I know against Stephen F. Austin, no problem offensively for Troy. They put up 48-30 win, but didn't cover as 26.5-point favorites. It is worth noting in that game against Stephen F. Austin. K-State rolled past Southeast Missouri State 45-0 in their first game last week. Will Howard is back at quarterback for Kansas State. He's now full of experience. I expect a very good season from him because he's been here a while. He's gotten progressively better since he's been under Chris Kleiman's watch here at Kansas State, and definitely a good first game. We'll see how he fares here against this Troy team that, defensively was very, very stout last year, no question. But also a defense that, showed some holes in that Stephen F. Austin game. Even though they won 48-30, they gave up some points. So I think Kansas State, deserving to be double-digit favorite. Do I want to lay this many? I'm not so sure. It's a pass for me right now, but I worry about Troy a little bit here. Because at this stage, when you look at the double-digit dog, you would always say, well, I want the dog that's going to get some stops for me on defense if I'm going to bet a double-digit underdog. To me, I kind of think the opposite now. I want the double-digit dog that if they're down by 21 late in the game, they're going to score some points for me. They're going to punch in some touchdowns.
Especially on the road, real quick.
Yeah.
On the road, that's even better.
100%. And I'm still not sure about this Troy offense to be able to do that. Like, to me, they're still one of those teams. If they're going to be behind by 21 points in this game, I don't have the faith in them on the road against a very good Kansas State defense to be able to punch in that late touchdown for me. Because that's on Gunnar Watson. You talk about this guy's been here forever for Troy at quarterback. Yeah, you put him up against a good defense, especially on the road. I've seen that guy just do absolutely nothing offensively for the Troy Trojans. And that's my worry here because I think Kansas State is pretty damn good defensively this year. They've got the experienced quarterback. And we've also seen Kansas State in these non-conference spots at home just rip it up over teams. So this is one where I lean favorite before I lean underdog, although it's a lot of points. What do you think here, Connor?
It is. It seems like you talked about, too, K-State either it's just a blowout or this game could be real tight. But I have a tough time. If Stephen F. Austin put 30 points like you talked about, I worry here with Troy. This could be a blowout. And this is a lot of points where I think you could go, and it's tough to say because it's so early in the year. Because I'd like to maybe look at them first half, in Kansas State. Or maybe this one, they grind it out and really, pull away late. But I was kind of leaning them first half. I think they can jump on Troy. They have the better defense. You talked about Howard, good running back, Giddens. And I don't know how much Gunnar Watson, he had 48 points on Stephen F. Austin. We'll see what he can do against K-State. So I lean the favorite in this game.
All right, there we go. Both of us, at least lukewarm, lean here to Kansas State in this game. And like I said, I really do think Will Howard, got that potential to have a very, very good season here for Kansas State at the quarterback spot. Like I say, he's been around. And this is a guy that I remember watching him in the very beginning of his career at K-State, his first start. And I'm like, man, this guy's not very good. But he has gotten better and better and better and better and better. There's no question about that during his tenure with K-State. And now he's the undisputed starter. And definitely, I think you're going to continue to see growth in him.
I don't have totals right now. But, yeah, someone just put Markel the K-State team total. I don't have that,
Team totals are not always posted early in the week. But if you want to estimate what you're going to get here from, you're looking at probably a 34.5 with the team total. Something
I was going to say 34, 35. Yeah, you could just break it down with the numbers. Some places already have it now, not a lot, though. You're right. We won't have them for a couple days.
Yeah, it'll definitely be more than 31. It'll probably be closer to 34, 35 with that Kansas State team total.